Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Pink Table Talk, episode 24. We're doing something new today. I am on my Facebook page. I am on my YouTube channel, and I'm on Instagram. So this is my first time doing it streaming on Instagram also. So would my Instagram followers please let me know? I know that it's going to look good with just one person, but when I put two on the screen, I want to see how this translates. So I'm excited. I'm looking over here to see Instagram, and I'm looking right here. Well, I am so grateful that you have joined us for Pink Table Talk. This is just an amazing time where we end it by giving away some cash. So for joining today, your name's going to be entered into our next drawing, but many of you have your names entered into our current drawing tonight. So we're going to get some cash away. And my assistant, Kathy, is in the background. Those of you that have watched our Pink Table Talk for years and years and years, I want you to give me some love in the chat. Dorothy is always my assistant, and we are sending prayers out to Dorothy Kerr. So I bet she's watching. Hit us in the comments, Dorothy, if you're watching. So prayers for her. She makes a difference. My husband is always like, your glasses are so dirty. Okay. So can I find something to clean my glasses? We're going to see. I'm excited to have a special guest, Beverly Delph, and she is girlfriend. She is just someone that I'm blessed to be able to mentor, love, and appreciate her so much. And she also has been featured with our company on It Just Fits. Check this out.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. I just got to welcome my guests and my customers when I'm doing my live. Because you know what? If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have a Mary Kay business anyway.
Hello, I've been waiting for you. Come with your friends and show me something new.
The fear that I had to overcome when I first started my business was literally talking to people. I was afraid of my own shadow. Because I came from such a big family, when I was a child, I was always watching everybody else. I was always on the sidelines. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is... I love the fact that Mary Kay gives every woman an opportunity to overcome their fear. You learn how to talk to people who you don't normally talk to. You learn how to take care of yourself. You learn how to run a business. So there's so much education in that. So it's not just the makeup, which is the outside that you see. It's everything else on the inside. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. Overall, my perspective has changed because my vision is much bigger. I'm able to dream a little bit more. I have a full-time job, but at the same time, I'm able to work my Mary Kay business as many hours as I want or as little hours as I want. It fits around everything else that I do. I get to have girlfriend time with my own granddaughter, and it is one of the joys of my life right now. And I feel like with Mary Kay, every generation in this business, we make it a little bit better for the next generation. And by passing it on, yes, we have to make sure that we give them the things that Mary Kay holds true, but at the same time, it just gets better.
I am young and free.
Just because these are my babies don't mean I don't play to win. I love being able to fill my own cup with what I do in Mary Kay.
Let's get together.
Oh my gosh. So you guys, let's go ahead and bring her to the stage. We are super excited. Welcome to Pink Table Talk. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, girl. Hey, how are you? How are you? Now, I am coming to you live from Brentwood, California, Northern California, about an hour east of San Francisco. Tell them where you're coming to us from.
Well, you know what? We always say the Midwest is the best. I am from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, the show me state.
Okay. My husband would agree. Okay, Mr. Chi-Town in the house, walking around in the background over here. Well, Beverly, I am super excited that you are on with us today, and you're one of my favorite people, one of the favorites that I get to mentor, love, and appreciate you. You were just recognized for being our number one A-team member in the house at our area awards night. So excited you're here. But really, on the Pink Table, we talk about life. We really talk about who you are. We're going to get to know you and share a little bit about your, not just your entrepreneurial journey, but your life journey and how being affiliated with our company and then this pink bubble has made a difference too. So let's meet Beverly. Tell us who Beverly Delph is, although we got to know a lot about you and how hard you play.
Right, right. Well, Beverly Delph is a wife. Beverly Delph is a mom. Beverly Delph is a grandmother. I will say that that is probably one of the most proudest things for me personally is when I started my family with my husband. We're high school sweethearts. And okay, truthfully, Katrina, I was chasing that man since the seventh grade, and I caught him in high school. That's what happened. Uh,
Is
but
that his version? Because normally that sounds like his version and you would have your version, but you was
child,
taking
I
his.
was from the country. I was so happy. I didn't know what to do. When I met this man from this city man from Little Rock, Arkansas. But yes, I have been that he's my high school sweetheart, and we've been together now for 41 years, going on 41 years.
Wow.
And our family is so important to us. When I tell you that my husband is such a protector, as far as my whole family is concerned, even though he's not the oldest, at one point he was even considered the patriarch, but even though, he was a little bit younger, but my grandchildren are just the apple of my eye. Now, my sons are realizing that that's the case right now. And I think they're just a tad bit jealous. Uh, but my three boys, when I tell you,
That's the case for all GG's. Are you grandma? Who are you?
I am Nama because
Nana.
my,
Okay.
my oldest grandson couldn't say grandma, and I'm Nama to all of them.
So Nama and Gigi,
Yeah.
they're always gonna be your favorites, period, point blank. Now we
Oh yeah,
know.
they might as well get used to it. But that's what I do. I'm literally all about my family, and that's just the most important thing to me right now.
Now tell us family. So married 41 years. How many kids? How many grandkids?
I have three grown sons.
Mhm.
Right, I can't tell you their nicknames because I have a habit of saying that on live. His real name is David. He didn't even know his real name was David until he was like in the third grade because we called him Ryan all the time. Ryan is my oldest son. He is just new out of the military for a couple of years, and the United States Air Force. My middle son Xavier is still in the Air Force, about to retire in about 4 years, and my youngest son Kyle was in the Air Force. But he came out way before they did because he was like, "This is not for me." So, but that's okay. Three grown sons, and I have two granddaughters. Navy. If anybody's seen my page, they've seen Navy because she was the first one, and of course I got more pictures of her than anybody else. And then my granddaughter, my next granddaughter is Brooklyn. She is absolutely amazing, the smartest kid you ever want to meet, and the best singer. When I tell you she needs a recording contract right now, she does. And then my three grandsons, my oldest grandson is Noah. They live in San Antonio, Texas, with my son Xavier. And my next grandson is Israel. And my youngest grandson is Phoenix. So they are the apple of my eye. And we just formed this little cluster that is impenetrable. Did I say that right? Impenetrable. They can't get in.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We can tell that you love your family. It makes all the difference. And we're grateful for those of you watching on Facebook, on YouTube, and even our Instagram audience. Give some love on the Instagram. So tell me about your career. Like, what do you do? Tell us about your career journey.
Okay, well, I have been I've been several things, but right now, for the last 28 years, I have been an administrative assistant in the music department here at our state university. And I'm going to go and give a shout out to the Red Hawks, Southeast Missouri State University in the house. Go Red Hawks. But I've been the administrative assistant to the department music chair for those 28 years. And I absolutely love it because those kids are like my kids. When they get a family, my family just grows. And I absolutely love it because it's like an extended family. They know, well, I ain't gonna say everything. They know almost everything because you share. You share with them about your life journeys, things that happen, your children, everything. So it's literally like an extended family. And I just absolutely love them.
Mhm.
And
I
I'm
love
so spoiled. I am so spoiled.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So here enters Mary Kay. Were you an entrepreneur before you started your Mary Kay business? What made you make the decision to pursue entrepreneurship? And how long ago was that?
Well, I will tell you, back in 1992, I don't know if you know this, but back in 1992, I started my Mary Kay journey. I was so afraid to, talk to people or anything. I did it because my sister-in-law asked me to. So I became a Mary Kay beauty consultant. I was a closet beauty consultant. And I did that for 2 years. And, I literally hid because I was afraid to talk to people. And when I was finally freed, so I thought, finally freed, uh, my husband back in 2000, he made me to do this. I did not want to sell Mary Kay at all. I didn't want any parts of it. I love the product, but I didn't want to sell Mary Kay. He said, "You'd be good at it." And I was like, "No, I don't want to do this." And he was like, "No, you really need to do it." I said, "You do Mary Kay." So when he said, ask me to do it, I thinking to myself, I'm going to put this in the closet as soon as it gets here. And that's exactly what I did. And it wasn't until I needed some extra cash that I thought, I got that stuff in the closet. Let me see if I can do something with it. And, that's when the journey really began, when I out of desperation, I needed some extra cash. So I pulled it out of the closet.
Wow. What are some fun things that, because of being a part of Mary Kay, you've been able to supplement your family income? What has it meant to you financially over the years?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first of all, the reason I started Mary Kay was because my husband made me.
Mhm.
But the reason I started working it was because I needed that extra cash because my sons, all three of the boys, we wanted to keep them off the streets. So what we did was we put them in travel basketball, thinking that, what, we're gonna go show up at the game and we're gonna cheer and we're gonna, the shoes, the tournament fees, the hotels, the food, the uniforms. I'm like, I'm gonna need a second job to do this. So I was really just trying to finance that extracurricular so we could kind of monitor what it was that they were doing and be a positive influence for them, but at the same time not making it look like we were just sheltering them and keeping them off the streets. Really, they were so tired when they got finished, they didn't have time to get into too much mischief because we
Mhm.
stayed in the gym. We stayed in the
That
gym.
is
So
so good.
it afforded us the extra income to do that. Plus, it helped with just our family expenses. And I was able to, okay, so in the beginning, since I didn't want to sell Mary Kay, it was on and off. When I needed something, that's when I started selling Mary Kay. I would go sell Mary Kay and then I throw it back in the closet whenever I got done, whenever I got what I needed. I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better.
Uh-huh. This is so good. Now, now you are a sales director, so you're a leader, and you do this alongside your career, and that's what's beautiful. Is this can be some people, this is their main and only gig, and a lot of people do this and that. And in
Mhm.
2024, it's not this or that, it's this and that. And some people it's
Oh,
this
yes.
and that and that. Okay. Cause we got a whole lot of stuff going on. And especially when you're at our age, right, Beverly, where it's like,
Yes.
you got kids, you got grandkids, you got your own stuff. You want to, retirement is coming. I mean, it's just you, as Mary Kay said herself, women need cash at our age. So
Oh, yeah.
when
Without a
did you
doubt.
decide you wanted to move into leadership?
I felt like it was kind of decided for me because I wasn't even trying to be a director. My
Mhm.
sister-in-law, who encouraged me, I'm going to say encouraged, they made me do this. My sister-in-law, my husband, wanted me to do this, and she really wanted me to be a sales director. Actually, first, she wanted to be a sales director,
Mhm.
and I wanted to support her in that. And when she came down with a terminal illness, she knew that she wasn't going to be able to do it, and she wanted me to do it.
Mhm.
So in 2014, she did pass away.
Mhm.
And I still hear her today. I talk to that lady every
Mhm.
night, and every morning as I was backing out the driveway. And, even though I was doing it for her, um, I didn't realize that I was going to need it for myself.
Mhm.
But in 2014, when she passed away, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to coast along because she didn't do it and I don't want to take the spotlight. Well, a few years later, back in 2018, started happening organically. I
Mm.
had two people ask me, "You still selling Mary Kay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I want to do it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then about a couple of weeks later, somebody else reached out to me, and I was like, "I don't even know this person. I think it's a scam." Come to find out, it was my neighbor's daughter
Wow.
selling Mary Kay. Yeah, I think I'm going to sign up. I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, okay." Had no idea what that entailed. So, and then I thought, this is happening and my team is moving.
Mm-hmm.
Again, let me see what I can do with this. So
Mm-hmm.
I literally started, working to become a sales director. And literally at the very last day, the very last minute, my sister, which I had asked her a few times, and she said yes, but she wasn't making no motion towards signing up. So I called her at like 11:30, 11:45, and I'm gonna call her name out. I said, "Eunice, are you gonna do this or not?"
You can
And
always say to a sister, okay?
yeah, she was like, "I told you I would." So literally, I didn't even question it. We got her signed up, and then my directorship journey began. And you don't have to know exactly how, but God is going to give you the how.
Mm-hmm.
And that how is, it's an acronym, HOW. Basically, it's hope,
Mm-hmm.
and it is obedience, and it
Mm-hmm.
is work.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get the how. And that's been my journey along. I know God is going to give me the how.
One of the reasons that we put Relentless and Overcomer on the flyer is because you have dealt with, and we're going to talk about the family loss first, because you talked about family loss a little bit. You've dealt with some major loss. And last year at seminar, in the middle of the biggest celebration, picking up diamond rings, and in the, all the glitz and the glamour, we were together and we got word about tragedy in your family. Can you talk about that and just I know you're in the midst of it, so you can't talk
Uh-huh.
all about it, but can you just share um, what it has been like to experience tragedy, how your training has supported you in that when you have a tragic loss of someone?
Well, it was so tragic. And it's like any tragedy in anybody's family. You're not expecting it. So when it happens, you're literally in a twilight zone. My nephew, who literally, I raised him as one of my sons, was murdered the night before I was to get on the plane to come to seminar.
Mhm,
And it was like surreal. It was like I was out of my body when I got the news. And the way I got the news, I was in disbelief, because the phone call came in, and the phone call came in only just saying that he had been shot.
mhm.
And when she
For
told me
social media, I'm just gonna say we're gonna say unalived.
that, unalived, I'm sorry.
It's okay, because I want this story is so powerful and it's for so many people, and
Hmm.
sometimes we forget on social media, we have to there's
Hmm.
certain words that will get you blocked, and so
Thank you.
this is the real deal. This is the
it,
real deal.
it is it is
Just
the
jump
real
in and say
deal.
that. Go ahead.
We didn't know, I didn't know what his condition was. All I
Mhm,
knew that he was injured, and nobody was able to answer any of the questions. So me being very frantic, I sent my husband. I said, "You go to where he is. I'm going to meet you at the hospital." So we end up meeting up at the hospital. And of course, they don't tell you anything, they don't say anything. So we're out there, and they left us out there for a very, very long time. Of course, they were doing all the life saving, trying to save his life, because the hospital that he ended up at was where he had worked for 25 years.
mhm,
So they were doing everything to save his life. And amidst all of the the just the out of body experiences, they brought us back to this room and gave us the news. And of course, several days after, I really didn't have a voice, because I think I screamed so much. I don't even remember screaming, but I know I had to, because I had lost my voice.
mhm,
And then we had to identify identify him. And it was I was walking through, and my husband said, I had to go back home and finish packing. And I had already decided that I was not going to go. And my husband said, you have to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not want to go. I got on that plane. And of course, I had a million breakdowns, but I tried to stay strong. So I got to seminar. And when I tell you the power of the women and the support and the prayers, it's like they lifted me off the plane. They guided me to the car.
Mm-hmm.
The women there were holding me up on both sides because I don't even remember seminar. The
Mm-hmm.
ladies that were there, they took pictures, they took videos, they, wrote notes. There were messages, all of this stuff going on. So while I was there, I was planning his funeral the whole time. So I would go do a celebration, and then I would come back to talk about the colors. Then I would go do another celebration. And then when I would get up in my bed and start to write the obituary, then we would go to some other type of awards or an education. And then I would come back and, try to work on the food. And thank God for the people that were around me. They literally, everything was strategically placed. So again, it was a fog,
Mm-hmm.
but the experience, I don't know if anyone else could have had a better experience after experiencing that kind of tragedy and loss. And, that was after my mother passing away. So that tragedy right there, it literally has changed the trajectory because we were so close.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew how close he was to my children. So that family loss impacted us greatly because even though he was very quiet, didn't say a whole lot, he was a man of stature. He would do anything for anyone. And I will say that, we're still in the fight. In September, we are praying for justice. September, the day before his birthday, the trial is supposed to end. So I know God is going to work that out as well. I know it's going to work that out as well. But that was just unimaginable. But being in the space of all of these women, and I didn't even really share in the beginning, but once people found out, I literally was lifted. I felt physically, but I felt like I was being held up on both sides.
I can tell you that I'm an only child, and married at my amazing husband late in life. So was not blessed to give birth to children myself. And the beautiful thing is my father and I, like this, and my father passed away unexpectedly while I was with Mary Kay family at a at a wedding. And I got the word. And I will tell you, my husband and I were newly married, and I walked in a room, and my mentor, who is now retired from Mary Kay, Gloria Mayfield Banks, the GOAT, the best that ever had a starter kit in Mary Kay, she is the one that shared with me what had tragically taken place with my father. I know that there was no better place I could have been than surrounded by those sisters that I've been connected with for 32 years. It's one of the things that, it's $35 to get started with Mary Kay. You can choose to then add on a $45 for samples. You can then choose to add on and get a full starter kit. And we come into this business for extra money. For me, it was paying off student loans. It was, doing things that I wanted to. We want the cash. We come to have fun. We don't come to play. We have a whole bunch of fun, right? We look good, the glitz and glamour. But the thing that is priceless is the person you become in the process and the people you get to do this journey with. So we only have a few moments left, and I wish we had time, because unpacking, you're right now in the midst of dealing with so much, with an illness with your husband, I know you're walking through, and the emotional cycle of winning. I want you just to touch on how you were talking about the times that you wanted to quit. And I want you just to talk about how do you work through powerfully for the women in Mary Kay that are listening, the those that might decide to become a part of this family, and even people invite entrepreneurs to come to just learn, how do you do life when you have a home-based business, you got this going on, this is happening here, this is happening here, and you're winning and going for a goal. How do you work through those emotions?
Well, I'll tell you, it is what you've done before. It's what you're doing in the midst of, and then what you're going to do after it's over. My husband is like the biggest supporter of me ever. You know, like I said, he made me do this. And the day that he collapsed in the hallway, and I had to administer CPR because he was, you know, and I'm just going to say it, there was no pulse and he was not breathing. Let's just say he in the room next door right now, and that wasn't nothing but God. But making a very long story short, the emotional cycle is, you know what, nothing else matters. Mary Kay is great, I love it, but you know what, that's not important, so I'm going to lay that to the side. My job, you know what, I could retire and you know, do something else, or I just wanted to take care of him. And I literally wanted nothing else but to be in his presence or be with him and not worry about anything else. Well, we know that when you have a business, it's not just your business, but people are depending on you, your unit, your customers, your family. And rather than just dropping everything, God knows how to maneuver everything and work it out. The emotional cycle was prior to this is what just happened. And my husband would not let me quit. That was one example when you have somebody that is encouraging you. So ladies, if you are the encourager or being encourager, go ahead and accept that and embrace that. But in 2021, I wanted to quit, Katrina. My mother had passed away, and she used to say after my appointments, well, you're doing it good. And that was the translation to that is, did you make any money? So I hear that all the time now. I know my mother wanted me to do good, but that was in 2020. In 2021, I wanted to quit because things weren't going right. And I'm like, if I got to work this harder, if I got to think this harder, if I got to do this much, you know, and it was my own doing, because when you aren't obedient, the how, okay, when you're not obedient, sometimes you have to do things the hard way. Well, after hearing a download from God and him giving me some specific instructions on how to navigate this journey, several things that was shared with me that day was he wanted me to get rid of the clutter and stop watching everyone else and to find my passion and to trust him. And when it gets hard, he wanted me to pray, not try to do it myself, but he wanted me to pray. And then he told me to work. That's the last part of that how. Work, just do the work. And he was going to send the harvest. I wanted to quit. And after I was in the room and I'm crying out to God, my arm in a sling, and because I was hearing him say these things, but I'm like, I'm never going to remember this, so I got to write it down. So I started writing down everything that he told me, everything that I was hearing, and I'm writing it down. Even if it didn't make sense to me at the time, I wrote it down. And when I was done, he said, now share it with your family. I did that. I was being obedient. That's the O in how. Okay. So not only was I had hope at that point because I could feel it, I was obedient to what he was telling me to do. And then I knew that it was going to involve work. So that was the how. And he said, stop using everybody else. And I want you to use your gift, which I was 53 years old at the time. And he said, your gift is transferring energy to those who need it more. And when I realized that and heard that, I thought, you know what? I can do this. So the best thing that I could have did right then in the moment that I wanted to quit was I gave my unit to God. I said, you can have it. You can take it. Do whatever you want to do with it because I'm done. But it was the best decision of my business that I could have ever made. And I gave my unit to God and things began to work. Everything that was told to me or that was shared to me or downloaded to me at that time, in those moments, I'm actually seeing it come to fruition now. That was 2021. It's 2024. And things are still happening because I am what? Obedient. And when I'm not obedient, trust and believe, I'm going to figure it out because I can tell when it's not working. I can tell when it's not working because I don't have it in that order. But that was my emotional cycle. I was excited. I wanted to quit. And then I was re energized. And, I was angry at myself. I was angry at everybody else. And in between there, he was just literally sending people nuggets, orders, customers, people to mentor me, all of those things that I needed in order for me to complete that cycle. But the main thing he said was, do not quit.
Mm-hmm.
Do
What
not
a
quit.
what a great lesson. So the thing about this, Mary Kay Ash, when she started this business 61 years ago, it was to help women get out of the house. Now it helps women stay in the home that need to be able to have more flexibility, to be able to care for kids or aging parents, or just have more flexibility themselves. But all along, the company's mission was to enrich women's lives. This is the best self-improvement course. We said last night on a training we were on together that people want the stage, but they don't want the stages.
Yep.
This is a vehicle that God can use to strengthen your confidence muscle, your personal. Everybody says they want to grow, except for the booty, right? Everybody wants to grow. But what are you doing? And it's something about having a business on your own that it's in your face, right? You learn how to be your best self, how to look. You might think this is all about how to look good on the outside, and baby, we do teach you how to look good on the outside if you want to upgrade in that area. But 99% of it is not just being cute on the outside, but not being vogue on the outside and vague on the inside. You have to be sugar sharp. Beverly, your story is riveting. I know the chat, y'all are going to give her some love in the chat. Just so tremendous. Kathy is in the background taking care of. We're about to do the drawing, so Kathy, you can share in the background so you're ready without sharing on the screen. So go ahead and add it. I just want to take a quick minute for our guests that are watching and give you some quick fun facts about how you can become a part of what we do, and this is where I got to put these dirty glasses back on again. So we make money, 50% profit. You make 50% of everything you sell. So whether you just want to do a little bit or you want to do a lot, it's totally up to you. Some people are brand ambassadors. Some people decide they want to go and be a boss. Flexible time. Don't we love, Beverly, the fact that it's totally flexible? You could do a little bit, you could do a lot. You can put it down. And, because it's so flexible, that's why some people decide that they don't want to do it anymore, because it's just, people keep going to work. Okay. But they decide for their side hustle they don't want to, because it's your choice. There's no have tos, there's no quotas, there's no territories. You can do a little bit or a lot, and you can start now with just a little, and you could decide at any moment. You need to have a backup plan, y'all. Not just a backup plan, but it's an extra. So when something goes down that you weren't planning on it, you have a means of making extra money, and you have a group, a support system. I watched my father. One of the things that happened with him is after he retired, his social circle shrunk. And that is real for a lot of people. Our social circle in Mary Kay is so big, baby. It's like all over, from coast to coast, right? All over the country and really all over the world. Then this is a dual marketing concept. It's not multi-level. It's not a pyramid scheme. We're direct sales. We buy from Mary Kay. We sell direct. The company's out of Dallas, Texas. Products manufactured there. Really good products. We are the best in the game. We're the gold standard in direct sales. But we're also young, hot, and popping. We're younger and fresher. You see us, and we're on the cute, mature side. But you also got these 19-year-olds that are coming in here earning pink Cadillacs too. It's just crazy. Then the collaboration. We talked a little bit about that, but the competition is against yourself, right? You're always working to be your best self, and that is what we do. The rewards are amazing. All the diamonds, all the cash. We just got through. Were we at seminar and we saw Germany Pierre from Haiti, who came here from Haiti and was homeless. And this year her unit did 1.6 million. When I tell you she is changing, Haiti took over our seminar. She is changing the face of lives for Haitian women and men in Miami. And baby, I tell you, I believe she is the #1 director right now. unbelievable. But they were walking across stage getting diamonds, getting diamonds, getting diamonds, like everything, because of opportunity. And then there's the car. Now I'm blessed to roll in a pink Escalade as a national. That's the Escalade, or $1,500 a month cash. But along this way, there's a Chevy Trax, there's a Chevy Equinox, there's a pink Cadillac, or you could take the cash. You get to earn the use of your car. You have it for 2 years. You requalify. It keeps coming. Some people say it's not your car. Baby, I'm glad the car I won in 92 is not my car, because it ain't cute no more. Okay. I'm driving. Right? My mom brought me something off the printer. She said, "What is this contract?" I said, "Oh, Mom, this is the contract for me ordering my 17th car." And literally, it's sitting right here on my desk. I just ordered. In another couple months, I'll be picking up another pink Escalade. And then we just got back from a seminar.
If you want a bigger dream or a bigger vision, you have to be at seminar.
Anybody that needs an uplift, you're going to get it here.
Seeing what the company does behind the scenes.
Hearing the stories that really touched my heart.
It's just life-changing.
Rainbows in our eyes can seem to find the great divide and get to the bottom. We'll never change it, 'cause darling, we're different.
You just really get the heart of Mary Kay when you come to seminar. The more you come, the more you meet new people. I love hearing the top national speak, because they have more vision, more encouragement.
Learning from the women that have set the course before us.
We have multiple markets and have seen sales growth courses prior here.
My legacy is so tied in what I have learned and grown from Mary Kay Ash. You have the opportunity to create a legacy. Deposit your best in people.
This is my 26th seminar.
You just feel the love. I'm going to come back empowered, uplifted,
and wouldn't miss it for the world.
The more you come, the better it gets.
Like, OMG, that's crazy. So good. I wish we had time to unpack seminar, but how you get started, y'all, it's really simple. It's $35. Can you believe it? How much was it when you started?
$100.
I already knew the answer. Okay. Well, we started all those years ago, and now it's only $35. Now that just gets you in the door. It gets you the ability to order and earn 50%. You can upgrade, as I said earlier, for $45, get enough samples to be able to do 30 faces, and it's great for virtual appointments or on-the-go appointments. And then you can get a full-on kit that comes, and that is $90. Of course, we appreciate all of you for being here, and you can book a party with your beauty consultant, and you can get some goodies and some freebies. I want to ask you real quick. I think I got everything there. I want to ask you really quickly, what is your favorite product? Because we're going to do a real quick special. We find out what's your favorite product, Beverly.
My favorite product is the G14 classified elixir, but Mary Kay calls it the Time Wise Repair Lifting Serum.
Okay. This lifting serum is it. Oh my gosh, this lifting serum is amazing. And so tonight only, talk to your beauty consultant about it. When you purchase the lifting serum, you can get the Time Wise Repair Go set for 50% off. So that is a special. And I know many of you are here and you're like, I've enjoyed it. Make sure you let your beauty consultant know that you were on. And many of you are like, they told me they were giving away some cash. And so we're about to, everyone says seminar was great, Omaha. We love you, Beverly. Bless you for blessing us. So I know that you guys appreciate the fact that we went a little bit over today, but your story was so good. You guys, I feel like I want to say, everybody reach your hand out to the screen and just bless Beverly. Okay. I want to just pray. We're continuing to pray for your husband's complete healing. We're continuing to pray for your success and winning this year, that God gives you just exceedingly and abundantly all that you can ask or think. And I know that this will be the year, the Cadillac year and beyond. So without further ado, Kathy, who is stepping in, Kathy is my main assistant, and she is the one who does all the things behind the scenes, and Dorothy is normally here, but Kathy is about to spin the wheel. not the bottle, spin the wheel. We will see who
This
the winner
is always so exciting. I love this.
The winner is now last month Valerie Otterness's guest won. So Valerie Otterness is the sales director. Valerie Otterness is the consultant, and her guest who won this month is Marina Bearden. And so congratulations to Marina. We're so grateful. I have I lost. There we go. Happens. That's what happens. And so she will receive, Valerie will make sure that we're in contact and that I can hit her on our Cash App. Beverly, thank you for being here. What would be your one last powerful thing you want to share with our audience about just believing in themselves and being the best that they can be?
Actually, you said it. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to do that for you. Believe in yourself, but also just know that the how is going to come. You just need to know that the how is going to be there. If you are obedient, just have hope, be obedient, and be ready to go to work. Believe in yourself, and it will happen. It might not happen when you want it, but I promise you it's going to be right on time.
I thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Again, thank you for watching Instagram, my Instagram love and audience. Thank you hitting me up. If you are watching and you are my personal guest or Beverly's personal guest, hit Beverly up if you're watching and you're my personal guest, or if you're watching on one of my channels and you do not have a beauty consultant, I'm your girl. You can hit me on that QR code right there, or you can DM me on Facebook, Instagram, hit me up, wherever you are, I will see it, or you can tag me on this video. And we are so grateful that you were on with us tonight. Have an awesome and amazing evening. Bye-bye.
Everybody.
Beverly, great job.